aforementioned Strawberry Fields. Can you name all 4 Beatles yet, Crowder?
Ringo,
that's right. Bingo, Ringo. Who else?
Ringo, John Lennon.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Tauheed
and Kevin McCarthy. You got it.
What are they again? I gotta memorize this.
John, Paul, George, and Ringo.
John, Paul, George, Ringo. Got it. Locked in.
All right. I'll quiz you again in 3 months. Don't let us down.
John, Paul, George, Ringo.
Celebrating birthdays today. Greg Little, our friend, is 34 years old.
He know where 595 is yet?
I mean, what an absurd celebrity birthday list. Like 12 years from now, right? Will we know Greg Little? Or you think like we'll say, who's that? And have to Wikipedia him.
I remember the 595 comment.
I know.
That was years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll remember Greg Little for the rest of the time.
You think the listeners know Greg Little when I say Greg Little?
No
shot.
No chance. You loved him, though. You brought him up twice a week.
Oh, that guy was going to be the difference maker.
He was a backup tackle.
Listen, who was that receiver out of Florida that ended up here that you thought was going to have more targets than the Marx brothers combined?
I remember Greg Little's name more than him. What was his name?
Callaway.
He got arrested. Yeah, he got arrested like 5 times.
Antonio Callaway, right?
Yeah.
That's my man.
CeeLo Green is 48 years old today. Idina Menzel is 52. Should we play that? Do we have John Travolta or we have DBJ? Who did Idina Menzel for us? John Travolta was the original.
Yeah, we have John Travolta trying to say her name.
There will always be a special place in my heart for the movie musical and for the songs that create their most memorable moments. Here to perform the Oscar-nominated, gorgeously empowering song, Let It Go, from the Oscar-winning animated movie Frozen, please welcome the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem. Please welcome the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem.
That's Idina Menzel. That's like our Giannis Antetokounmpo pronunciations. Idina Menzel became Adele Dazeem.
That teleprompter, hell boy.
Did DVJ do that for us? I don't recall.
He did, but this it didn't make it over to our new system. I'll have to put that in. It is a drop though, as like one of our rejoins. So when we go to break, I'll
play it. Okay, when we go to break. All right, very good.
But I also have a Greg Little drop as well, so now I'm conflicted as to which one to play. Maybe I'll play both. You'll get two in the hole going to break.
I love 2 in the hole. Any good poker hand starts with 2 in your hole.
What poker are you playing?
Manny Ramirez, Crowder lookalike, 53 years old today.
That's my man.
I would play the whole story if we had time, but we don't. Billy Donovan, 58 years old today. Guy.
Love him.
And
I love Billy Donovan.
PJ Carlissimo, 74 years old. Choked out by Latrell Sprewell. Latrell Sprewell needs to cut those fingernails. Should not leave scratch marks like that. Come on, Latrell.
He really wanted to choke that man.
Oh, he didn't really want to. He did.
That was crazy. That's what NBA was different. That's what I love the NBA.
That was crazy. Let's do a Jack Daniels make it count moment here because we have talked several times today about someone who has gotten the sack today. I guess this was a long time coming. This probably didn't surprise him, right? This doesn't just come out of nowhere.
No, they've been working on this.
Surprised me.
Yes.
Did you see this coming, Solana? Like, did anyone have an idea that this Jaylen Waddle contract was coming?
I think we all kind of expected that it would happen, but we also heard from Chris Greer earlier when he had his end-of-season press conference, or maybe it was right before the draft, that, hey, like Waddle and Jalen Phillips will play on their 5th-year contracts. So it was perhaps a bit up in the air whether it would come this year or maybe later on.
All right, let's do a make it count moment.
Let's get to today's Make It Count moment, sponsored by Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels has always made whiskey, but there's one thing Jack can't make more of: moments. Those are on us to create, so make sure you're making the most of every moment we have. Make it count. Jack Daniels, please drink responsibly. Waddle has made it count.
For
3
real.
seasons.
He's going to spend 3 seasons counting.
3,385 yards. He has 3 consecutive 1,000-yard receiving seasons, even though he missed, 3 games last year, I think, but he has 47 starts, 251 receptions, 3,385, 13.5 per catch, 18 touchdowns. My man is an elite receiver in this league. He got in the league. He was a first-rounder, and he has lived up to it. And now they gave him the sack. What is it? 84.75, 3 years, $76 million guaranteed. He made it count, and his banker and his financial advisor are making it count as well. $76 million guaranteed. I'm happy we have him. I'm happy we got him locked in, and he's the future of the Dolphin receiving corps.
Are there Dolphin fans who are unhappy at that extension, do you think? Have you seen anything on social media, Solana, that would lead you to believe that there are Dolphin fans who are like, hey, what are they doing?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that anybody's outraged, because clearly Jaylen Waddle is one of the better receivers in the NFL. But there are people saying that, hey, the Dolphins just committed a ton of money and have worsened their cap situation moving forward for a guy who is constantly injured. Maybe that's unfair, but he gets injured and misses games throughout every season of his career due to injury. And is he as good as he just got paid to be, when really we saw Tyreek Hill has been the motor of the offense and Jaylen Waddle has benefited from that? Could he be as good without Tyreek Hill on the other side?
This is the craziest part, is when I looked up the stats, because I didn't just rattle off 3,385. I had to look him up. He played every game 2021, every game 2022, and he missed 3 games last year. He's really not an injury guy. He missed 3 games.
He goes out during games. Like, he gets that game played, but then he gets oftentimes early in a game. But it may be an unfair characterization, because if he's played 3 seasons and only missed 4 games, I mean, we sat through Devontae Parker. Like, we know what it's like to miss games.
Yeah, and he could play. And because I'm looking now, he had 361 targets, but he's the 2. So he's getting 100 targets a year, even after Tyreek is going to get his 150. Like, Jaylen Waddle could play well. Honestly, I think this extension is the beginning of the end of Tyreek Hill being a Dolphin, to be honest.
I don't know. I think Tyreek's going to get more money.
You can't.
He has to.
You can't pay 2 guys $25 million a year.
That's not a question. You think Tyreek Hill is going to be the third? What is he? 3rd or 4th highest paid receiver in the NFL right now?
Right now, 3rd.
He's not going to like that.
Justin Jefferson is going to leapfrog him.
Oh.
So he's going to be 4th.
And Devontae is going to want more money. Jamar Chase is about to get more money. These numbers, just like the quarterback situation is happening, these wide receiver numbers are about to inflate too.
By the way, that's what a lot of people are saying, right? Like, wait, did we just commit our future to Jaylen Waddle over Tyreek Hill? But I don't believe, or I don't agree with the naysayers, by the way. I was just telling what people are saying. Adam Schefter, I thought, posted something that really drives this home to me. 57 NFL players have at least 800 routes in the last 2 seasons, and only Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, and A.J. Brown have averaged more yards per route than Jaylen Waddle. I mean, that's pretty good company.
Pretty impressive company.
Bro, 13.5 for a career. You average a first down every time you touch the ball. 13.5 yards per reception for 3 years. That's not an aberration. That's facts. That's a long time. 47 games, 13.5 yards. That's crazy.
Omar Kelly just texted me, by the way. Waddle will average $21 million, basically $20.9 million for the next 5 years, and his salary only becomes heavy on year 4 and 5 of this extension. They're going to be able to have room to carry both.
Yeah, it's a win-win because of the way that it's structured. It doesn't count a ton against the salary cap, and $76 million of it for him is guaranteed. So it's kind of a win-win there. I think it's a no-brainer that they got it done. Someone texts in. I got to see it. There's so many texts that came in. None of you in the business knew this contract extension was coming. You're just as clueless as us fans. You think we're connected? Have you been listening to this show?
Me and Chris Greer had breakfast this morning together.
You think I'm getting a text? We have broken one story in 10 years, and it was by luck. I think someone texted me the wrong story. I think someone texted the story to the wrong person.
How are we supposed to know?
Not true. We've broken 2 stories on
What
this
have we
show.
broken?
I broke that Luis Suarez was coming into Miami on this show. I really did. Nobody wanted to listen to me, but I broke that news on this show.
When you say you broke it,
Mm-hmm.
did you read it somewhere and no one else had read it?
No, I knew Luis Suarez was coming to Inter Miami before anybody in South Florida wanted to.
But
report
how?
it
So you
officially.
had a source?
Yes.
I don't even know if my wife's Tesla's charging. I'm not breaking anything. She took my truck. She just came and got my keys. Take your own truck.
Yeah, if you're listening to us for insight that you can't get at your local Flanagan's, I've got a bit of breaking news for you.
Break news every day and see what sticks.